Hello guys, Dhananjay here and welcome to a new video where we are going to discuss about Reliance JIO and why is Reliance JIO giving so many plans at such a cheap rate like 50 rupees per GB, and are those really cheap or is it just a marketing gimmick? In this video we are also going to discuss about advantages and disadvantages of JIO network plus the 4G plan comparison between Airtel, Vodafone, Idea, Tata Docomo and Reliance JIO. You must be knowing that Reliance JIO is owned by Mukesh Ambani, and Mukesh Ambani also owns few other sectors in Reliance such as Reliance Petroleum, and the total turnover of Reliance Petroleum has decreased a little bit, but the profits that they are making has increased marginally because the margin that Reliance Petroleum is keeping is very high as compared to the other margins that they had kept for last 7 years, and that implies that Reliance is here to make profits and not to make digital India or something like that, what Mukesh Ambani was saying. Obviously this will help in making the India digital. And after this, now let's talk about the plans that JIO has to offer. So they have prepaid plans and postpaid plans. In this video I'm going to talk about prepaid plans only. So there is one 19 rupees plan, but the validity of this plan is only 1 day. Then we have 129 rupees plan which has 7 days of validity, and after this we have a very good plan, that is 149 rupees plan which has a validity of 28 days, and it provides you free voice calls, and free voice calls are present for every plan, and 4G data which will be used while making calls will not be added into the 4G data that you get with the 149 rupees plan, and in this case it's 300 MB. Plus you get Wi-Fi data of 0.7 GB with the 149 rupees plan, and with the 299 rupees plan you will get a 4 GB of Wi-Fi data plan. And what this Wi-Fi data plan means is that JIO is going to set up multiple Wi-Fi routers in your city or in major cities where you can simply connect to that Wi-Fi and use that Wi-Fi freely up to 0.7 GB if you do the 149 rupees plan, and up to 4 GB if you do the 300 rupees or 299 rupees plan. And in order to use the Wi-Fi data or JioNet hotspot, your area must be covered with that Wi-Fi router. If your area doesn't have that Wi-Fi router, then you will have to visit that area where JioNet hotspot is present in order to use that data. So in villages, Wi-Fi routers aren't going to be set up everywhere, so it's not going to be that useful in making India digital. Now let's talk about the unlimited at night plan. So you can say that in the 4G data column, Reliance mentions that unlimited at night. So any youngster like me will think that I will stay awake till 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock and I'll download all the things that I need because it's unlimited. But let me tell you that night timing that Reliance has kept is 2 AM to 5 AM only. And 3 AM, who wakes up at 3 AM, man? Is it night time? If I visit my native place, then 4 AM is the morning time for those guys. And frankly speaking, 4 AM should be morning time, or 5 AM is a morning time. If you want to keep it at night, then keep it 12 to 4 maybe, or 1 to 4, 5, something like that. 2 to 5, come on man, kuch bhi rakhne ka abhi. And there were lots of titles which said that 50 rupees per GB, cheapest internet in the world or something like that. But remember that 50 rupees per GB is for JioNet hotspot and Wi-Fi. So you cannot use that with your 4G data connection that you have on your device. So as I said earlier, if your area doesn't have this Wi-Fi router or Wi-Fi hotspot, then you won't be able to use 50 rupees per GB. So just pray that your area will get the Jio hotspot router in order to use 50 rupees per GB. But let's assume your area doesn't get that and you want to recharge for a GB on your 4G data plan in order to use it on your phone, then it will cost you 250 rupees for 1 GB. Yes, you heard me right, 250 rupees per GB for a 4G data LTE connection in order to use it on your phone. That's a little costly, I guess. After this, now let's talk about the 28 days limit. So if you calculate number of days that we have in a year is 365 or 366 days. And if we take Reliance JIO's 28 days limit, then it comes out to be 336 days. And total days in a year are 365. So 29 days are remaining. That means it's one extra month. So basically Reliance JIO will charge you 13 times in a year instead of 12 times. There you go. That's called as marketing, man. That's a very good marketing, keeping it as 28 days. And is JIO really cheap? I mean, in price wise? Let's compare the plans of JIO with some other plans that other companies have to offer. So let's start with BSNL, which is widely available in India, almost in every part of India. And they have a plan of 3G. Yes, it's a 3G plan, I know, but just listen to me. If you recharge with 1099 rupees, then you will get unlimited 3G data, no speed limit, nothing whatsoever, but it's 3G plan, so you won't be getting 4G speeds. But for a student who has 1000 rupees to spend on an internet connection, I would suggest him to go with 3G unlimited rather than going with Reliance Jio's 999 rupees plan, which will give you 10 GB of 4G data unlimited at night. So you will have to wake up at 2 a.m. and use it till 5 a.m. So you can clearly see that BSNL 3G plan seems to be better choice over here. But let's compare BSNL's 4G plan over here. So they have a 10 GB plan for 999 rupees. BSNL has the exact same plan which will give you 10 GB of 4G data. I know that BSNL is not giving free voice calling over here, so that's why we should give our vote to Reliance Jio over here. But remember that the amount of data which was given by BSNL and Reliance Jio at 999 rupees is exactly same. After this, now let's talk about our favorite company, that's Airtel. So let's talk about the best plan that Airtel has to offer when it comes to 4G. So they have a yearly plan where you can recharge with 1498 rupees, which will give you 1 GB of data, immediately 1 GB of 4G data. And after that, if you want to recharge or if you want to increase the data limit, then you can recharge with 54 rupees and you can do the same thing multiple times. There is no limit on number of recharges that you do once you do the 1498 ka package. And not only this, but if you recharge with 252 after doing the 1498 ka recharge, you will get 5 GB of 3G or 4G data. And when you recharge with 1498, that comes out to be 125 rupees per month. And let's assume that you want 1 GB of data every month, then you will have to recharge with 54 rupees. So 125 plus 54 comes out to be how much? So 125 plus 54 rupees comes out to be 179 rupees. But let's assume that you do the 54 ka recharge 3 times, then you will get 3 GB of data in just 287 rupees. When we look at the Jio's plan, you get 2 GB of data when you recharge with 299 rupees. So when it comes to simple 4G data, Airtel is ahead of Jio over here. But once again, with Airtel, you will not be getting free voice calls. Now let's talk about Vodafone. So Vodafone has a plan which will offer you 3 GB of 4G data with 497 rupees or almost 500 rupees. Not the cheapest one. And Reliance Jio offers 4 GB of data at 500 rupees. So Reliance Jio takes the vote over here. But if you do another recharge that they have to offer for 348 rupees, you will get 1.25 GB of 4G data. And then from 1.25 GB to 10 GB, you will get 3G or 4G connection. And my friend has a Vodafone connection and he gets 4G always instead of 3G, which is a great thing. So I won't really say that it's completely 3G, but it will be 4G most of the times. So over here, Vodafone takes the vote because in 348 rupees, they are giving 10 GB. Whereas if you want 10 GB of data on Reliance Jio, you will have to recharge with 999 rupees. Once again, Vodafone doesn't have free voice calling. After this, now let's talk about the Idea. Okay, now no. We are not going to talk about Idea 4G because it needs to improve on number of circles, and the circles that Idea has to offer are extremely limited. There are lots and lots of news saying that मुकेश अंबानी ने 45 मिनट का भाषण दिया और एयरटेल, वोडाफोन, आइडिया के स्टॉक्स बहुत ज्यादा गिर गए, 12,000 करोड़ का लॉस हुआ, ये हुआ वो हुआ. But let's take a look at the stock prices of Airtel. So on 31st August, the stock prices were 333 rupees. But by end of 1st September, those stock prices dropped to 311 rupees. And today, the stock prices are 317 rupees. And it seems that Airtel stock prices are recovering right now. And personally, I do not have much attachment with Airtel. After this, now let's talk about the preview offer that they are going to offer. So free unlimited voice calling, free unlimited data, as Mukesh Ambani sir told in his speech. And the maximum usage that you can do in preview offer is 4 GB per day. That will be unlimited speed if you get good speeds. And after 4 GB, the speeds will be limited to 128 kbps. What? 128 kbps? And if you have a 3G device, you cannot use the Jio SIM card. We can't do much about that because Reliance is coming up with the latest technology that they have to offer, and we will need to buy latest handsets too for that. And one good news for you guys, that if your device does not support VoLTE and if you make a call, then 4G data will be used through JioJoin application. But the data which is used for calls will not be considered in the 4G data plan that we have. So right now we have a 4 GB limit per day. So if you make 2 hours of calls and you consume 4 GB of data, then that will be not considered in the 4G data. That will be considered separately as free voice calls, and it will be unlimited as usual. Plus there are multiple network issues that you will face for sure if you buy the Jio SIM card right now, because it is not officially or commercially launched in India. And whenever I tried calling my Tata Docomo number from another Jio number, it always says that the device is busy. I have to try 3 to 4 times and then the call takes place. So Tata Docomo is basically avoiding Jio connections because people who have Jio SIM card are making unlimited calls, and this is the issue which is faced by many others. And Mukesh Ambani said the same thing in his speech too. Anyway, this is it for the little bit of research that I did on JIO, and I hope that you guys understood what JIO is planning. And let me tell you one thing, that in 2002, Mukesh Ambani made free incoming calls and every other company had to follow that. So incoming calls are free right now. In 2016, Mukesh Ambani made outgoing calls free. Let's see what happens in 2020. And I'll surely make a video in 2020 discussing about this video. So if you guys have any thoughts, let me know about that in the comments below. Maybe in 2020 I'll add those comments in my video. And I want to add few of my opinions, that this is an extremely great marketing gimmick, saying that 50 rupees per GB but giving it for JIO net hotspot. When we compared the plans of 4G data, we realized that other companies are offering almost similar plans. One of the major selling points of JIO is going to be the free voice calling, and that's surely one of the best features that JIO has to offer. And that's why we have to say that you should go with JIO rather than going with some other companies such as Airtel, Vodafone, Tata Docomo or Idea. I hope that I was a little bit helpful. If I was, then don't forget to smash that like button down below, and let's see if we can reach 1000 likes on this video. So don't forget to smash that like button, and many more awesome videos like these are going to come real soon on the channel. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. So whenever I upload an awesome video like this, you will come to know about that immediately. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. So yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for watching.